gamesters talking highly about a PlayStation exclusive game. What did you people think I am? An Xbox fanboy? I guarantee your people's opinions are gonna still be the same, even though that I'm gonna give credit to Concord with the beta. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play the game for myself, and if you guys want to see your first impressions, please let me know in the comment section. But you got people like Dreamcast guy out here complaining about this game for all the wrong reasons. He's out here saying, well, I'm playing the tank and I'm out here taking all the damage. Do you understand that when you play the tank, your whole objective is to take damage so your other team can destroy the enemies? Like, how you going to sit there and make a first impressions on this beta when you don't even know how to play a hero shooter? This man is expecting the game. Well, I like the gunplay. I'm surprised that the tank can't have the same damage as the damage dealer. Bro, you just compared this game to Overwatch. Have you even played a game like that? Like, what's wrong with you people, man? And the fact that the PlayStation community is the one bashing their own game goes to show you that these people do not like to play online multiplayer, because Concord don't look bad to me. Now, I do understand that with Paladins, games like Overwatch, which happens to be established, even a game like this, Concord should be free to play, in my whole honest opinion, and it should also come out on the Xbox. You should try to put this game on multiple devices. That is just my honest opinion. You know, y'all like, well, Sony don't need that. They need to focus more on single player games. But hey, the CEO told you we're trying to focus more on live service and subscription games, because that's where the money's at, bro. That concurrent money, you know, that money that I was telling you about Game Pass, Sony want a little piece of that. You're like, well, we already got game like Paladin and Overwatch. Well, guess what? Sony wants their own successful game. You really think they care enough that you're playing a Microsoft-owned game, which happens to be Overwatch, on their platform? They're like, nah, we're going to have our own alternative version, and maybe you might like that a little bit more than Overwatch. Now, we know it's not going to work. We understand that no matter how good this game is, charging for this game is probably the reason as to why this game's going to flop. But like I said, make it free to play, see how that goes. But when you got people like Dreamcast guy not knowing how to play a hero shooter and out here giving a bad look to this game, because I'm going to try the game myself, and to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of hero shooters, but the gunplay and the gameplay looks pretty nice, man, in my whole honest opinion. So for all the people that call me an Xbox fanboy, I want an apology in the comment section, because I'm out here defending your own game, because you got people like Dreamcast guy, he's judging this game solely based off the fact that he don't know how to play it.
Why it exists. PlayStation has talked about the fact that they want more live service projects, stuff like Helldivers 2. They want games that have constant battle passes and microtransactions.
But if this is Microsoft, it's a problem. But it's fine if Sony does it.
Stuff to get you logging in again and again and again. Concord is going to be a single $40 purchase, and when you buy it, you get all the characters, all the maps, everything.
Which is the problem right there, because to be honest with you, with games like Overwatch, where you transition all your content to the sequel with Overwatch 2, like I said, man, a lot of these gamers, they're just going to stick to what they're comfortable with, man. As much as Concord might be a very promising game, guys, this game should have came out on Xbox. This game should have been cross-play between all devices. And like I said, maybe Sony might see some success. You know what I'm saying? I would even try to put this game on the Switch if it was possible, because at the end of the day, Sony needs to make as much money as they can, bro. This can help your game development. But since you want to lock games down to your platform, well, this is the reason as to why this game's going to fail.
But there's going to be tons of cosmetic microtransactions. And now that I've had a chance to play it, the biggest problem is that it essentially feels like Walmart brand Overwatch.
I wouldn't say that, bro, because I'm looking at the gameplay, and like I said, the gameplay is just as good as Overwatch in my honest opinion. And just because it's similar doesn't necessarily mean that this game doesn't have its own things that makes it stand out.
Pro shooter that doesn't really have any of that spark of crazy originality.
What?
Now, before I start to dig into my big pile
in that case, no genre does. I mean, to be honest with you, even the Silent Hill remake is nothing but a copy of Resident Evil remakes in regards to the modern take. I mean, a lot of these games reuse the same tropes.
Negatives, I do want to say something positive first. I do appreciate the art style, the coloring, the way that characters look, even the magical walls that your teammates can walk through, but the enemies can't.
Yeah, we know.
The thing is that as great as some of these skills are, as unique as some of these heroes appear to be, the balancing is just radically, ridiculously bad. Since this game is trying to have this big roster of heroes to play as, the issue immediately arises that their skills and even their movement is just so radically different. Like the fact that
of course, that's the whole point of playing a different archetype. A tank is not supposed to run as fast as a healer. Like, a healer is not supposed to do as much damage as a damage roll. Like, bro, this just goes to show you that you don't even know what you're talking about, bro. Most Overwatch and Paladins fans are looking at you like, huh? Like, I'm confused. What you want? You want this game to be essentially similar to Halo, where everybody's kind of the same in that ways?
Is a sniper who can hit people for an extreme amount of damage. She can put down landmines and she can super jump. That person is incredibly dangerous.
Wrong! Matter of fact, I go as far to say that she's the weakest character in the game. You're like, huh? Because I can guarantee you that she has low health. What are you talking about, bro? You don't know how to play these games, man. At the end of the day, bro, I am getting sick and tired of you, bro. Because it's not even about Sony or Xbox or Nintendo. It's the fact that you come with these ill-informed opinions and you spread this garbage throughout the whole gaming community and people believe it. That just goes to show you that you don't even know what it takes to even play these games, bro.
Whereas a lot of the tank characters walk at like half a mile an hour.
That's what a tank is supposed to do, bro. Have you ever seen a tank drive as fast as a Ferrari? Like, man, oh my God.
When I finally get to the battlefield,
even cars have different purposes too. Dreamcast guy.
That I can actually start fighting people or helping defend my teammates, it's cool that I can hopefully deal some damage. My problem is...
What are you talking about? You're playing tank and the first thing you worrying about is doing damage? The whole point of a tank is to tank damage so your damage dealers can do the damage to the other team. Now, tanks can also do their little bit of damage, but it's also supposed to be used to hold down the objective while playing with each other. Bro, how do y'all not know this?
That because since movement is based on each character, jumping is based on each character.
So you want a tank to run around the map like a damage dealer. Bro, do you understand how OP that would be?
And even your damage is based on each character. It often feels like there are particular characters that are unfortunately not optional. That there are people...
What do you mean? This game actually gave you the option to run all damage if you wanted. You have the option of running the team the way you want. It's like Paladins. You could just choose whatever class that feels best for you, which creates the game to have some form of variableness. Overwatch don't have it. You're forced to play roles, man. Overwatch is so bad that you have to do tickets to even get damage, bro. That's how bad that game is. Paladins in this game that I'm hearing, you can choose whatever role you want. You want to sit there and talk about they're overpowered, but that's just because you don't know how to play the role.
That if they are not on your team, you are going to lose. My thing is that I feel like a lot of these heroes are fun. I think that this like gunslinger dude who has 2 separate 6 shooters that deal heavy damage and then he can drop.
So you're a damage player.
Healing for other teammates. There's people that can do special scans of the map to make it where you can see enemies through the wall. Or my personal favorite is the standard Call of Duty guy who's just got...
Of course, the standard Call of Duty guy, right? You hear this dude, Soldier 76. Typical. Of course, you would have no problem playing as that character because, like I said, you're a simpleton and you don't understand as to what this game is about. If you want a game like that, play Gears, play Halo, play Call of Duty, play games that don't have specific roles in regards to playing with a team.
Little stupid assault rifle that could totally mow people down. I got a lot of kill streaks with him. The biggest problem is that when I'm trying to accomplish these objectives, certain characters are so strong they can take out multiple people by themselves.
Wrong. Because you're saying a damage play. Bro, a damage player is not going to do anything against a tank and a healer. You do know that, right? Like this bro, this is what I'm trying to tell you, man. It's the fact that you're not knowledgeable. I don't even like these games, but I understand how to play them. Like, you feel me? I don't care for Concord, but I wouldn't go as far to say that, bro. Even with games like Overwatch, there's a reason why I don't care enough to play them. But if I wanted to, I know how to play the game, bro. It's this type of stuff that you do that makes people not like you, man. Because at the end of the day, we could all say he's funny, but this type of stuff spreads like wildfire, and people's like, oh, Concord sucks, the game is garbage, because they listen to this dumb fool's opinion.
Characters that feel like they're powered up beyond the necessary amounts. Like, it feels weird when you're playing good, when you're supporting your team, when you're moving as a unit, and a super strong character comes along and
What
just
do you mean?
complete.
There's no such thing as a super strong character because every character excels at what they're supposed to do. Like, what? Like, how hard is it for you to understand? A healer's not going to do good damage. A tank is not going to be able to outperform or outmove a damage dealer, bro. Like, come on, man. It's like, bro, it just gets to the point, man. It's like, is he doing this on purpose or is he really this foolish?
He wipes you out. Now, part of this is just because, honestly, it is a beta. This is early access.
It has nothing to do with the fact that it's a beta. It has more to do with the fact that you don't know how to play it.
Actually come out to next month. But
it should say, does it suck? Dreamcast guy, not the Concord beta. That's what it should be.
I almost feel like the issue is with 16 separate characters, they're going to have trouble trying to tune all the knobs to make it so stuff levels up, so everything feels properly balanced.
Wow.
Now, I do think that it also comes down to the fact that because there are so many different styles of defensive ability, I think they tried to scale it so that damage is very, very high, so you feel extra incentivized to do passive defensive skills. Like,
bro, that's not going to work against a team that actually knows how to play this game, right? That's not going to work, bro. You think by running all damage that you're going to be able to destroy a competent team, bro, you will get smoked. Like, you can run a team of all damage. I'm not saying, because Paladins, this does work. I had had the privilege of playing that. Now, these things can work, but it's based around your play style and it's based around the strategy that you're trying to do. Because, like, for example, you sit there and may think, oh, we're running 5 damage dealers. We're going to win this game with a landslide when one guy could just run 1 tank, 1 healer, and 2 to 3 damage dealers, and you're done. Because guess what? When you do damage, you can't heal yourself, bro. You're going to need somebody to heal ya. Like, bro, man, you know what, man? Like, I swear to God, bro. Like, if you even guys give this guy a like for this video, then I understand that you guys are a fan. Remember, guys, I'm the Xbox fanboy here. I'm the Xbox fanboy, and I'm out here defending your game. Your game doesn't look that bad. It's just not worth paying $40 for. But if this game was free to play, I'd more likely be on it. Drop this game on Xbox. Maybe we show you PlayStation dudes how it's done. But this whole console exclusivity is ruining gaming because I do think Concord should come to Xbox because I think it would help benefit this game. But instead, Sony want to lock it to PC. They want to lock, which PC gamers ain't going to go for it because they already got Overwatch. And the PlayStation gamers, obviously, they ain't feeling it. So this game is essentially dead on arrival, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's sad, bro, because I do think this game got potential, but I really don't think this game's going to last because, like I said, just like what he mentioned, there's already a lot of games like it.
Alien spore guy who's able to drop these things on the map that actually soak up damage. Anybody who's standing on his spores automatically has extra defense. Now that's cool, but this, again, feels like a character that actually isn't optional. Like, you need this guy.
It is optional. You can choose which character you want to play as.
Especially if you're doing the perma...
See, you gotta love something about PlayStation fanboys where they act like something is not optional, even though it is. Just like, oh, everybody that owns an Xbox plays on Game Pass Ultimate when you have the option of playing on Game Pass Ultimate. You can choose to buy games if you want, guys. I'm just saying. You're not forced to do anything.
Death mode. So if you're playing it, there's like casual and then there's essentially ranked. In casual mode,
you might want to stay in casual.
You can respawn in every map. It's like, all right, you're trying to get 30 kills. First person with 30 kills wins the round.
I can't wait to try this out.
In the permadeath mode, you get...
Let me know if you guys want me to do a first impressions, man. I will most definitely do it.
1 life per round, and a lot of times you're trying to capture a point or just kill the enemy team as efficiently as possible.
All right.
And when it comes to that, I feel like you have 2 separate avenues. Everybody stack the brokenly high damage dealers or stack the incredibly tanky defensive character.
Bro, that's not going to do anything. If you're running all damage and all tanks, I'm going to break this down for you. If you're running all tanks, you're not going to be able to get to the objective. If you're running all damage, yeah, you might do good, but guess what? You have nobody to heal you. So it's not feasible to run 5 of the same role because it's not going to work for you in the end. If you play with some people that actually know how to play these type of games, that running 5 damage is not going to work. They're going to stomp the crap out of you. I'm telling you this right now, man. You're making it seem like, well, if you run all damage, it's a curb stomp. If you run all tank, it's a curb stomp because you can't hurt them enough, bro. Man, this is where the strategy comes in, man. How do y'all not know how to play these games?
And just try and wait them out. And my problem is that, honestly, neither of these feel fun. Now, obviously, part of this is just the fact that I'm playing it by myself and I'm just doing call-outs with random people online. But even when I am in voice chat communicating with some very nice, very skilled people, it never felt like, even when I'm doing like call-outs and trying to properly buff and detract.
Because people ain't listening to you because you don't know what to do. You don't know what you're doing yourself.
Distract. Like, it never actually feels that thrilling. It just feels like another basic match of Overwatch, something you can just do.
So we're going to continue to hate on this game because it reminds you of Overwatch. That is not a fair comparison, bro. There's been a lot of games that were in comparisons to each other, bro. Speed Punks was very similar to Mario Kart, but just because Sony has an alternative, or Crash Team Racing, for example, similar to Diddy Kong Racing, are we going to completely bash Crash Team Racing because it's a copy and a clone of Diddy Kong Racing? No, we're going to value and we're going to appreciate both of these titles, no matter how similar that these games are.
Endlessly without any real thrills or enjoyments. I never had like a nail-biting victory or anything like that. Now, I'm going to throw out some random suggestions. The biggest dealio I have here is the fact that, honestly, the fact that Concord costs $40 up front, it does feel like the interest in this is extremely lacking. It just seems like a lot of people are not
that it's a lacking experience. It has more to do with the fact that people are not going to be willing enough to play it, considering that they either have better options or a lot of the stuff that they're playing already, which happens to be Overwatch, they're not going to go want to play this game. It is what it is.
Extremely thrilled about it.
This is the society we live in.
The fact that this costs an upfront cost, especially the fact that it's $40, I think a lot of people are not going to buy this at all.
They're not.
I think if it was free to play and they gave us some sort of like patch roadmap, if they were talking about the fact that, hey, people can go to the forums and suggest changes and a community manager can help communicate which classes are the most broken or which people have figured out how to
stack in this game. It's based on how you know how to play your class.
The most crazy abilities and stuff like that. My thing is that I think Concord is going to fail before it has a chance to really spread its wings. I do believe that with enough like actual patching and tinkering and stuff like that, this game may end up being fantastic. This early version of it is kind of rough, but I think the other problem with it is what I just mentioned. The fact that, honestly, who's asking for another games as a service project?
Sony is. Because that's where the money's at.
Just so many of these live service games that cost
but how many does Sony own themselves? See, this is what you're not understanding. How many of these live service and subscription games that Sony has for themselves? They want to get a little piece of the pie too.
Hundreds of millions.
Because those single player games ain't cutting it for them no more because y'all ain't buying them.
Of dollars to create. I guess I'm also at a point where I'm like, okay, what's the point of making a game that's so big, that's so expensive, that has such a huge roster if you can't even wrangle it? Like, I'm almost afraid with these games as a service things at this point because they always get shut down. Any of the microtransactions
not with Microsoft. You don't see Microsoft shutting their servers, so maybe this game should have been an Xbox game then. Because you want to sit there and talk about, well, these games are always getting shut down. Yeah, the ones from Sony. Xbox, we doing all right. Forza still going strong. Gears of War, Halo, all these games are going strong, baby. Even the 360 for a lot of these games still got their servers up. It seems like that's a you problem because that's not happening with Xbox and Microsoft.
Even spend on this.
Gears of War 1 on the 360 has been going on for 17 years strong. No shutdown.
Are going to eventually get flushed down the toilet. And I mean, even in this beta, there's already like 5-minute queues for the ranked matches. I'm kind of afraid, how long is this game even going to survive? Early impressions, impact feels good. Getting a kill feels good.
So it's a good game.
It is essentially some of the finer moments of classic Destiny 2 player versus player
a lot of people
combats.
like
But
that, though.
I'm not sure how long that's going to last, how long this meta is going to get crystallized.
It's got to last longer than Game Pass,
how
right?
to break it, and it's going to stop being fun, and it'll die before they can fix it. This is just kind of rambly because honestly, even after 4 hours of it, I can't imagine why anybody would buy this. Like, and maybe if you're extremely invested in the idea of hero shooters and you're mad at Overwatch and you're looking for something.
PlayStation fanboys, they be out here subconsciously dissing their own games because you know your games can't last like Microsoft. That's crazy that you would rather see a game like this be shut down and you got Microsoft still holding servers to their beloved franchises from even the Xbox 360. You got to ask yourself, man, is PlayStation really the best place for gaming, or is it Microsoft or PC? Because Microsoft still got their servers running from the 360. I think Microsoft even is disappointed that they even gave in to shutting the original Xbox. Matter of fact, it would be nice to see them revitalize it.
New, and you want to buy something for PS5, like maybe that extremely tiny demographic would be interested in this, but I don't think any casual fan is going to find any sort of real enjoyment with this. But
you're the casual fan and you can't even play it.
These have just been some off the cuff.
Man, I'm gonna just be honest with y'all, bro. The fact that you said that a tank is supposed to have high mobility and damage already indicated everything that I needed to know with this video, man. The fact that you guys stay subscribed and everything for this guy shows you that you guys don't know nothing about gaming. You don't know nothing about hero shooters, man. You're not going to see me make ignorant takes like that. Now, if the game has problems during my first, let me know, guys. I'll do this first impressions for you guys. And I'll even try to upload some gameplay if I can of what I think about this game. But the gameplay looks pretty solid. And remember, this is coming from an Xbox fanboy. So I can hopefully all you PlayStation fanboys that be in my comment section, maybe you need to simmer down and shut up. Because now you just exposed yourself. You just exposed yourself. Because now I'm giving credit to a PlayStation game and you got PlayStation fanboys bashing their own stuff before it even comes out. You don't see Xbox dudes doing that with Halo and Gears. I mean, yeah, they might have issues. They might say there's things that they don't like, but they still continue to support their games, man. That's the difference between the PlayStation community and people that play on Xbox, man. We keep our games afloat while you go, oh, well, that's not true. High five. No, we keep our online games afloat. That's what we do on the Xbox side of things, man, because we put our money where our mouth is. If we say we like Game Pass Ultimate, we support it. You PlayStation dudes claim like you like exclusives, you don't buy it. Here's your opportunity to show us Xbox dudes how it's done. You're not going to buy Concord, just like you didn't buy Helldivers 2, just like you didn't buy Rise of Ronin, and just like you didn't buy Stellar Blade, bro. Keep talking about hardware sales, but at the end of the day, we already know what's really going on here. Because I'm telling you, there's not a PlayStation fanboy alive that ever brings up software. You guys talk more about your hardware than PC gamers do. PC gamers are talking more about games. And y'all, it's like Allen Gamerson. I'm talking about playing. Y'all talking about hardware. I'm talking about gaming. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about hardware. Okay? But like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. And like I said, take care. Peace.